Hello and welcome to episode 7 of I Will Cast Anything. It's another TVP, and it's another game with my main man, TheSituation. This time his Protoss opponent is wootxx. Much easier to pronounce name than the last guy, that's for certain. We're on Cloud Kingdom, as I'm sure you all spotted. And we'll see how things go. We'll see what TheSituation does. We didn't see the 1-1-1 out of him in the last Protoss game. So maybe he's experimenting, or maybe he's just found a better way to play Protoss. I mean, you'd think if it isn't broke, don't fix it. If you could win with the 1-1-1, then why go somewhere else? But maybe he just wants to, you know, keep his moves fresh. So pylon, Merc is getting chrono boosted, supply depot. You know how the early game goes down. Looks like the Protoss player is going to wait until his gateway to get some scouting done. And we see this move that we've seen before on Cloud Kingdom from TheSituation. He's putting his barracks behind the mineral line as natural expansion and hoping that the drone coming in is just going to skate by it. We'll see if it works this time, shall we? It's the gateway scout, as anticipated, and gas going down nice and early from the Protoss as well. So will he spot this barracks? He's definitely going to spot Situation's SCV coming out, and this is quite a clever little trick, I think, from TheSituation, because people scouting for super early command center are just not going to see it. And it's going to make them worried. You can see he's checking over here. Where's that barracks? Where's that barracks? And TheSituation once again is trying to fool his opponent into thinking that he's built a proxy barracks. So we'll see. Well, we do see a zealot coming out, perhaps in response to that. Although it's not an unusual time to bring a zealot out. And now this probe is going to scour the map for the proxy barracks that isn't there. Cybercore coming down. I don't think wootxx is particularly overreacting to that threat of a proxy barracks. That is of course not actually out there. There's another zealot coming out. TheSituation laying down a bunker to defend his fairly early command center. So he's going one racks expand here and trying to fool his opponent into thinking that he's gone proxy racks, but I'm not sure that wootxx was fooled. He's not built any defensive structures. He's not breaked out. I think wootxx is confident in his own build and he's expanding. Second barracks coming down, third barracks coming down. Will we see that Marine Marauder medevac play again then, perhaps? Is that the new winning strategy for TheSituation against the Protoss players? Warp gate being researched, as you might expect. Got second orbital command coming up. Get those mules down, get those minerals flowing in. Situation into gas yet? No. 5 minutes, Situation still no gas. It's up to 24 supply. Second gas just now coming down for wootxx. Sorry, wootxx. Situation to have a slight lead there and getting up his second base. Oh, he's pushed in and done some damage here. Killed 2 units. And I wonder if he's still looking for that proxy barracks, or maybe he's just checking for a third there. Time to move on down. Warp gate nearly finished here. And a bunch of Marines coming out from TheSituation to deal with this threat here. The barracks will easily hold back. One stalker and one zealot. Another stalker heading across the map. And we'd expect to see a pylon go down somewhere fairly soon once Warp Gate finishes up. Pretty defensive, got a bunker up on the high ground. I think TheSituation knows that he's vulnerable to early pressure while he's waiting to get his starport up, get those medvacs out. But he is going to push in with some Marines here. It was throwing up a cheeky bunker there. Oh, that's an excellent force field there. Leaves these 2 Marines hung out to dry. 2 sentries and a stalker. Well managed, all to be able to hold off this small force of Marines pretty much indefinitely. Gateway, gateway, gateway. So the warp gate tech is finished. Gateways are coming down. There's going to be some pressure coming in not too long from wootxx. What does the situation have going to respond to that? Has he got into some gas? Yes, he's finally getting into some of his gas here. He's got his 3 barracks up and churning out Marines. He's got stim researching. Robotics bay coming down now as well. And immortals being chrono boosted out. This observer out as well. 6 cautious play from Woot here. There's a hell of a lot of Marines heading his way at the moment. Nothing but Marines. Let's check out the unit counts. Yeah, 25 Marines. 2 zealots, 1 stalker, 2 sentries. Gonna struggle. The stalker spots them coming. This overseer is gonna come in here and see nothing but barracks at the moment. Finally a factory going up, some different. Getting some tier 2 units. Oh, excellent force fields there. Holding these Marines at bay, but they're just gonna fire through, maybe take down this pylon. Yes, they do take down this pylon. Power down all these warp gates here. That's a great play from the situation. And now there's a big opening here. These sentries can only hold on for so long. They're almost out of, yes, they're all out of energy at the moment. He can push up through here right now. Oh, but he just chooses to take out a gateway instead. I think the situation might have critical mass Marines here. I'm not sure what Woot can do. He's got a lot of sentries, but not much else. But here comes the Colossus. This is the timing that's dangerous for Terran player. He's got lots of Marines out, but nothing else. And once that Colossus comes, it's gonna spell problems. What else is the situation got going on now? Barracks, barracks, barracks all over the place. The starport is coming. Woot is just trying to hold him at bay until this Colossus gets out on the field and he can start to push back and cut through these Marines. Oh, he stims in, but the force fields separate him up. And the stalkers are staying strong. Some of the sentries have gone down, but more stalkers are warping in. And that Colossus is finished. Should be walking down from there any minute now, but the Marines are going to push up into this natural expansion. And there comes the Colossus. It catches them on the ramp, tries to stim in. A lot of them taken out. The shields are gone. I think they're going to do it. Yes! Well, the Colossus goes down, but so do the last of the situation's forces. But more Marines have arrived. They're in the natural expansion. They're taking out workers. Woot is on the back foot here. I think this game is going to be over pretty soon. He's trying to rebuild, but look at this supply lead. Observers sitting here and just seeing this never-ending stream of Marines. Look at all these barracks that are up now for the situation. Starport going to start producing some medevacs now to finish out that unit composition. And I think this is going to spell the end for Woot. He's fallen behind so far now. He's killed a lot of units, took down a lot of those Marines, but losing all those gateways. He really hasn't made a dent on the situation. He hasn't managed to impede his production. He hasn't managed to impede his economy in any meaningful way. So the situation is just able to rebuild, stretch that supply lead out every time. It's up to 20 now. Once these medevacs come out, this force is going to get much more powerful very quickly. Finally, we see the proxy pylon coming down. Make good use of that warp gate. And we see the factory scout again. I like this move. Also a third base coming down for the situation. That's smart. 1+1+1 coming down. I think this factory is once again going to be a scouting / diversionary tactic for the situation. And then behind it we're going to see his force of Marines, of medevacs, of marauders. Oh, do we have a drop going on? Oh, that's interesting. So Situation, despite his huge supply lead here, 40 supply, blink coming for the Stalkers there, massive supply lead, and you know, huge production lead. He's got 3 bases, he's got Vikings coming out now, loads of Marines training at once. This drop is going to be spotted by the Stalkers. It looks like the Situation is just going to wait until he's maxed out here and then should be able to charge through the front door. Although there is a Colossus out now. He's going to have to get those Vikings over with it. Mining in his 3rd now. Is the Situation. This factory is not going to spot much before it gets taken down. And it's not being used as a distraction, it's just scouting. But look at this force. Look at all these Marines. 56 Marines. 9 Marauders. 4 medevacs. I think this is going to prove too much. Maybe he's perhaps Situation's going to wait for 1-1 to be done and then push in. I mean, he should be taking map control here. Yes, here we go. He's got this huge force. He should not be allowing his opponent to take a 3rd base. Look, this supply advantage is just colossal for the Situation here. He's just got so many more units, even with this good defensive position and great force fields. I just don't think it's going to be enough. Yep. wootxx sees it coming, cancels his expansion, his 3rd. We'll see what angle the Situation takes to try and attack this here. Looks like he's going to send in the Vikings to scout. Yep, start targeting down those Colossi. It's good force fields here, but just so many units, so many medevacs to keep those Marines coming. All those gateways go down straight away. It looks like the Vikings were cleaned up, but there's just way too many Marines. Colossus coming down now. It's going to be too little too late. I think wootxx has to know that this many Marines, this many medevacs, and this many Marauders are just going to chew through his Stalkers, blink or no. They're going to chew through that Colossus. He can warp in as many Dark Templars as he wants. Oh wait, is there detection here? This could be interesting. Oh yep, there we go. The scan goes down. Takes them out. Chasing this Dark Templar around. Left a couple of guys back here. This has to be GG, surely, from wootxx. 150 supply to 60. Huge force in his base. It's over. It is over. Pulling the drones. Kill that guy. It's not going to help. And BM.